So when you reached level 1 of financial freedom, which means that you have saved up around 350 to 400k invested that keeps working for you. This is amazing because now you basically have a lot of free time that you can spend on projects that can pay off greatly in the future, projects you enjoy, projects that you really want to work with. So for example, you could take all that time to invest in your personal brand. You could write a book, write all day long. You could create videos, you could write songs, you could do things that you really enjoy that could pay off greatly in the future. And this is a great advantage over someone that has a normal job, because they need to go to a job 8 hours a day, work their butt off, and then go home and spend that little energy that they have left over on the projects that they enjoy. And usually you're totally exhausted when you've done that. In the beginning of my career, that was how it was for me. I was working full time and tried to do my projects in my free time, but I was so exhausted when doing that, so it was really difficult getting ahead. But what happens is when you have so much time and energy to spend on one thing, you will become quite good at it. If you spend 8 to 10 hours a day writing and studying how to become a better writer, you will become an amazing writer in that time. Compare that to someone who maybe only can spend 1 or 2 hours each day doing that after their job when they're really tired. But you could do that in your most precious hours when you're totally fresh in your mind every day. You could now afford to work on projects all day long that maybe pay off in 5 or 10 years. And if it doesn't work, you could start again. So can you see here what an amazing advantage this is over someone who works all day and can only spend a limited amount of time and energy each day on what they really want to do. One challenge for me has been to really allocate that time into projects that I really want to do, because it's so easy if I don't plan my day, if I don't plan my week, to spend time scrolling on social media and doing other things. And I've heard other people who have reached like the first step of financial freedom who have the same problem. But I think the key, what has worked for me, is if I immerse myself in projects that I really like doing, like I disappear into that world, then time stops, and it's almost like I'm stepping into another version of time where time stops, or I'm just involved in a project and I'm not so concerned about the world around me. That is where I want to spend most of my time and energy doing. And it's also such a joy doing that. It's such a joy that comes from within when you spend time really on what you want to do and what you're meant to do in life. It's a fantastic new joy and new life energy that comes about when doing that. I hope this can be an inspiration for you to set aside money so that you can build that type of life. Or if you already have reached that, to really make the effort to dedicate that to things that you really want and really immerse yourself into those projects, rather than just not knowing what to do with all your time. And if you already have reached that step and maybe you're not so sure what to do with all your time, to immerse yourself in projects that you really enjoy, because that is a fantastic way of living. That is an amazing way of being, and I think more people will benefit greatly from doing that. Well, thank you so much for watching. Keep up the good work and see you next week.